Welcome to Cruise Kibitz, where we give you all the advice that you didn't ask for.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cruise Kibitz. My name is Siobhan and I am from Parkers on the Go.
And I am Cheryl, also known as Sig Cruiser.
And I am Kiki from Team Reese Travels.
And today we have another episode for you guys. Today we are going to be talking about cruising pet peeves. Some of those things that you got to tisk at when you're on a cruise ship. And I think we've all cruised enough till we have a few pet peeves that we just can do without seeing on a cruise ship. So let's jump right into it, ladies. Kiki, what is one of your cruising pet peeves?
Girl, listen. I know a lot of people probably thinking it. Chair hogs on the pool deck. Now, come on. Now, I know it's reasonable to drop your stuff and maybe you got to run to the bathroom. Maybe you're going to run and grab a little something off the buffet, come right back. But y'all know y'all be leaving that stuff there all day long. Why your stuff still sitting in? I saw this sitting here at 6 o'clock this morning. It's 11. And now it's 1. And now it's 3:30. And your stuff's still there and you ain't there. Why? I don't like it. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it one bit. Because I need my chair.
That part.
And then you move somebody's stuff, you run the risk of having to fight. Now you on the next episode of Walmart Unseed. Like, I don't want it. Just pick your stuff.
And then you
can y'all tell I don't like that? Let me breathe.
I agree with that.
Being a chair hog, huh?
I don't like it.
But my thing, you woke up bright and early to become a chair hog. You made it your mission to get up out of your bed, to get on that Lido bed, to go hog that chair all day to never sit it.
Yes. And you know you sleep till 1 o'clock every day. So you know you ain't coming back until 1. Like, why you do that? Why you need to hog that chair for 5 hours?
It's like they set an alarm to get up, put everything out, and then go back to bed or something. You know, because it's like you never come again.
Yep. You know what? A pretty close one to that was kind of similar. Is like hogging a bunch of seats at a show. Like, I understand you want everybody to sit together. I get that. You want your group to come, but like you can't block them off and then everybody ain't coming for another 30 minutes. Like, come on, like a little bit of decency now.
First come, first serve. They ain't want to sit bad enough. They ain't get there early.
There you go. That part.
What about you, Cheryl? What are some of your cruising pet peeves?
Well, for me, I would say in the buffet, there's probably several things inside the buffet. But one thing for me is for people who take the ladle and dip it into the same ladle into different dishes instead of using the ladle that's for that dish. For people like me, that causes cross-contamination. So you could have one item over here that, you know, has gluten in it or whatever food allergen. You use that in this other dish that is, you know, allergen free, you know, naturally allergen free. Well, you just cross contaminated and I come behind you or somebody else comes behind you and they can actually get sick from just that little bit of contamination. So it's like, just use the spoon or the ladle that's for that particular item.
Yeah, that's a good, you know what? It is a good point, and it's definitely, I mean, like you said, there's so many different things about the buffet, but that's probably the most crucial one because, like you said, you're taking somebody else's life in your hand just because you were being lazy and not want to put that spoon down and pick up another one to use it in the proper manner. So I hate to say this, but I kind of miss the days when they were actually serving you off of the buffet.
Yeah.
I do miss it. I don't kind of miss it. I miss it completely. I want it back. I would have preferred for it to stay like that.
Yeah. It felt a little bit better. I would have to say mine kind of goes along with the food side of it. And I understand everybody has times where they have to eat in their cabins, but putting your plate outside the door of your cabin, that irks me so bad. I don't know why your tray has to be outside. I don't want to see what you ate or did not eat. I don't want to see what your kid did not like. I don't want to see the food that didn't get chewed all the way. I don't need to see any of that. Why? Stop leaving your pizza in the corner of the elevator. Stop putting your glass down in the elevator. Be a decent human being. At the end of the day, these people may clean up behind you, but the extra work that you guys do by just leaving stuff laying around for no reason is just bananas to me.
And you have to wonder, do they do that at home? Leave a cup on the stairs?
I mean,
I'm
because
just
their
put this on the
mama
stairs till I get
put
back
on
to
the
it.
stairs. This is true. A cup on the stairs, a cup in the corner of the bathroom. Like, you're not doing that in the bathroom at the house. So why are you coming on vacation doing
You know what? That's too much.
Like, where did they get that from?
that? Where did you learn this behavior?
My grandma be like, they ain't got no home training.
No home training.
Look, to go along with what you were saying about, like, that people are waiting on you, but you ain't got to be like that. That entitlement of knowing that people are waiting on you and the way people treat the staff sometimes is just disgusting. Like, I fully just believe that everybody that's on that ship, whether you work there or whether you cruising there, we all people. Can we just treat each other with some human decency, please?
Right.
There's some people that really are disrespectful to the staff. They, complain about every little thing. That drives me bonkers. Like, we on vacation. Can we just chill?
Yeah.
Right.
I completely agree.
Just a little bit. Like, give them a little grace. Because at the end of the day, they're doing their job. Like, just... They're doing the best they can, and it's not just you. There's like 2,000 or 3,000 other people on this ship. Just give them a little grace and just try to understand. Just try to be understanding.
Yeah, and then knowing the right place to take a complaint. Sometimes you're complaining to, like the room steward, or who doesn't have the power to, make any changes. The room steward can't change your room. You have to go to guest service. Right. So it's like knowing where to go. And then, if you don't get the answer that you need, then, why take it out on somebody who doesn't have any control over it? The room steward, they have very little control over, what you can and can't do as far as like room changes or, different accommodations to your room. They have guidelines and policies that they have to go by. They have to follow, their employer's rules. So if it's something that breaks rules, you can't get mad at them. They're trying to keep their job.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Kiki, do you have another pet peeve?
I do. So the buffet, like so many of my answers, I feel like I come from this buffet area. We're back to the buffet. But people just doing all kind of nasty things in line at the buffet that make me, like, people be blowing their nose. People that can't wait till they get their plate back to their table to eat. They got to stand there in front of the whole buffet and eat off of their plate. Like, I have seen some really disgusting things in the buffet lines, and it just makes me want to go to the main dining room all the time. Yes.
That's one reason why when I do the buffet, I try to be like one of the first people there, like go when they open. So I'm one of the first ones. I get my food and I'm done with it,
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
And nobody else touched the handles yet.
And then the back buffet, because they always stop at the front buffet first. So I had
Good tips. Good tips. Yeah.
Cheryl, do you have another pet peeve?
I have another one. I thought about sometimes when you're trying to get to I know we're all on vacation, but you're trying to get from point A to point B on the ship, and the aisles, they're only so wide, and you got family or friends, 4 deep, and they just take up the entire space, and then they're walking slow.
Sunday strollers.
And you can't get around them. I know we're on vacation, but at least kind of move to one side so people can walk around you. You can go at your slow pace, but leave some room for others to if they want to walk faster, a little bit faster. They're trying to get to somewhere. Maybe they got to go to the restroom. Just leave them a little room to walk.
Move out the way.
I have one, and I don't know if it's just me, but I can't stand when people stand so close to you in any kind of line. Give me 50 feet or 5 feet. At least don't let me feel your breath on the back of my neck. I don't need. Why are we standing this close?
Mhm.
It's only 4 people in line, and me and you are practically one of them because you standing so close to me. Why? Why you got?
I'll bump them. I ain't
It's
even gonna lie.
happen. I promise you.
I don't even go lie. Because if I do this and I feel you too close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Back up.
Mhm.
Back up.
Just back up a little bit. Just give me a
Give
little
me
bit of
50
space.
feet. Come
I
on.
don't need you all up on me.
I feel your breath on my neck. It's too much.
It's a problem. It's a
Y'all know
problem.
what else I really don't like? If I'm standing there and I done already hit that button for that elevator, and you come behind me and you hit that button, and then you think you about to get on that elevator before I do. We about to be really bumping into each other because you're not getting on this elevator before me. And I don't care if you got a baby with you. I'm like, hey, listen.
I don't care.
I don't care. You just have some etiquette.
It's been a
you know you wasn't here first.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been a plenty of times when I've been at the elevator waiting and there's a crowd of people that come up behind me. I just go ahead and take the stairs because I already know what's going to happen. I'm not about to fight you because you don't have cruise etiquette. Like, I'm not about to fight you for this elevator. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just take the stairs. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm about to fight you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'll take it. That drives me nuts. You take the stairs too, Sid.
But a couple more
it's the principal at that point.
She's standing on business.
But a couple more things with that elevator. It's like, you know, when you're on an elevator and you know all the time, you stop at a floor and it's your floor to get off, and you got somebody right there when the door opens and they see you, and then they still try to come in before, you know, people are getting off. You know, it's like, okay, let the people off first, you know, so that they can make room for you to get in, you know.
Just a little common sense.
Or it's always that you got room for one more. No, we don't have room for one more. You see the door is closing. You see, I'm standing up I'm bumping up against the wall. Why are we doing this? There is no room.
No. That person gets on my nerves too, but you know who else get on my nerves? The person that's in that crowd talking about, yeah, come on, no, man, no, you can't breathe as it. You already sucking your stomach in. No, we ain't got no room. Lord.
Then I got to stand back to butt the belly to you because you inviting extra people in here.
Yeah.
I should be able to have belly room. I don't want to be rubbing up against your behind.
Cut it out. You creating a hazard in this space. You and them need to go. Shoot.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
and then one thing I just hate to see, you know, is that, you know, people who are in scooters and wheelchairs and trying to get the elevator. And it's like you have able-bodied people who, I mean, will just rush right over them and won't let them, you know, in the elevator. Even when there's an empty elevator, they'll still run in front of them. And that's just something I hate to see, you know.
They pretend like they don't see them. Like, and that really, really grinds my gears because you pretty much like acting like that's not a person there. And that's not cool. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think my last one would probably be, well, I'm sure I have plenty more, but my last one for tonight would probably be kids and adult only areas. I love kids. I know God knows I do. But I go to the adults only area because I don't witness your kid in that pool doing stuff they ain't had no business doing. Maybe I just want to relax in the quiet and serene area of the adults only area, and you bringing your babies over here. I love the kids. I do. But the kids in the adult only area, that's the one piece that you have that you pay for a cruise ship. Let me have it. Just let me have this little bit. Y'all got to rest the ship. Give me that little bit, please.
Right. Siobhan said, I ain't coming in the kids club trying to take over y'all space.
Right. No matter how bad I want to play your PlayStation, I ain't coming in there to do it.
I would agree. I think you should adhere to the rules that the cruise that there's a reason for those rules. Like, and I'm one that cruises with a kid, and I'm not gonna have my kids sitting in a adult only space that we know was marketed as an adult only space. But a lot of people do though. A lot of people sneak them in.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies, do you guys have any last minute pet peeves that you want to share with us before we get ready to head out of here?
Well, I got one. I think we mentioned this before that we all agree on. Why is it when you go to the comedy club, when you go to Alchemy Bar, when you go to all these bars, the bar stool is just so darn high. I mean,
We all agreed on that. See?
On a previous episode of Cruise Kibitz. right.
Funny how it comes up again, on another episode.
Oh my goodness. We're back with the bar stool. Okay.
Oh my
You
God.
know what? I'm gonna need them to cruise lines. Please hear my plea. Please invent a section of petite bar stools for my friends.
Yes. You know what?
Please and thank you.
Why not just make them adjustable? Like your office chairs. You can pull them up and down.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Little ergonomic action going there. I like it.
Yes,
Everybody.
that's smart because the next
That's
time you
real
fall out of the chair, you don't have that far to go.
I don't know who that's happened to before, but good thing there's no footage.
Oh. It might be a little footage. If somebody watching some vlogs, you might can find that mysterious gem of some. We're not gonna name any names. Falling out of the chair. If you find it, go ahead and comment and let us know where you found it.
Yeah, go to each of our channels and watch all of our vlogs and see if you can find that. See
Yeah.
if it exists.
Yeah. It's gonna be worth it.
It might be easy to find. Yeah. If you know that it may have particularly happened on Icon, then it might be a little easier to find. But
It might be a little easier. Now we're not gonna say whose channel it was on, but if you go back and watch all the Icon series, you can see all of them.
Yeah.
From every channel, you may be able to see somebody, not naming any names, fall out of a chair.
yeah. A chair that was not high at all, to be quite frank, but
And it may mysteriously show up in a membership somewhere.
Oh.
I have no idea. I do not recall. Do not recall.
See, ready to call this a podcast.
So, thank you.
We're gonna go ahead and put my friend out of her sweet misery. If you guys would, Kiki, go ahead and tell them how they can find us.
Absolutely. So if you want to reach out to Cruise Kibitz, you can email us at cruisekibitz@gmail.com. You can also send us a DM on Instagram to our Instagram, which is Cruise Kibitz, or you can reach out to any of us individually at Team Reach Travels, Parkers on the Go, or Sig Cruiser on Instagram.
Absolutely. And Sig, do you think you're ready to go ahead and wrap this up?
Yeah, let's call this a podcast.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna call it a podcast. We will see you guys in the next episode. Happy cruising.
Happy cruising and happy sitting in chairs.
Yeah.